It's the 2K.
Never gonna break that. Get in the car, lose what we skirt. Listen for friends we was out. For the crowd, without a shadow of doubt. We never down for the count. Right now, right now, right now, yeah. Right now, right now, right now, right now, yeah.
It's the home of the Suns here in Phoenix, Arizona, as 2K Sports brings you today's action live from the desert. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. Looking at Boston, they took a win in their last game against the Sacramento Kings. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
And we all know in a hostile environment, always tough, but they were the best team on that night.
And a very good all-around effort here, and that's what you need to win on the road.
The season winding down and teams are looking at playoff slotting. Have you ever, though, been a part of a team that suffered a late season collapse?
I don't think the teams that I was on, Kevin, and fortunate to be on, that had expectations to go deep into the playoffs or maybe eventually participate in the finals ever had that kind of down. But in Seattle in 2003, a team led by Gary Payton, I know we had an opportunity to get in, to sneak in maybe to the 8th slot. We struggled with inconsistency all year long. I don't know how big the meltdown was, but disappointing for that talented of a team to not have an opportunity to participate in the postseason.
I'm sure. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Irving at point with Brown to his side. There at the backcourt. Williams is out there with Horford, and it's Tatum in a 3 slot. Now here's Brown. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. Irving against Knight. Or kicks to Tatum. Clock at 6. That one doesn't go. And it's Warren with the ball for Phoenix. Ayton in the corner. And stolen by Horford. Brown right side. Buries it down low.
Sensational pass by Horford on that play. Terrific job whipping the ball over to the open man.
Knight against Irving. Now here's Knight. Tight defense on him. Clock at 6. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Here's Ayton. He just could not put it together in that loss to Orlando. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Chris kicks to Knight. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Chris. Gets it to go from on the arc. Chris has got his first bucket of the game and is on the board for 3. When you watch Marquise Chris, Brent, this is a guy who really teases you with his talent, with his athleticism.
Well, a lot of the highlights for Marquise Chris have the ball being thrown for lobs and Marquise Chris finishing off the big dunks. The interesting thing for him is what position does he play in today's game? Can he become a stretch four, Kevin, to find some minutes to be consistent with knocking down long-range jump shots? The pace of play certainly could help out Marquise Chris with that athleticism that you've heard to.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass, and a tested 3 is not your objective. One more, maybe.
And here are the Suns now, following the bucket by the Celtics. Ayton with it, working on Horford. It's hauled in by Brown.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Horford's shot is good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
We'll now go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Igor Kokoschko. David, what's new there?
Well, Kevin, it's all about pace tonight. He said, quite frankly, I don't think they have the speed to keep up with us. So the more we run, the better off we'll be. Power against speed tonight, Kevin. We'll see who wins. Up to you.
Thank you, David.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Here's Horford, and a dunk by Horford.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for them.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy. And that was easy.
And first time out of the game called Phoenix. The Suns have given shooting guard Devin Booker a say in all of the franchise's major decisions. Like hiring a coach, free agency, the draft. Brent, is that the right approach?
I'm not sure how much that is true, Kevin. They might have asked, but how much are they listening to it? I'm not sure. Devin Booker does not quite have the cachet of veteran players that have played 10 or 12 years and have a lot of playoff wins under their belt, but it does feel good for him, I'm sure, to be the collaborative.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That is his first foul of the game. And it's Ariza with the ball for the Suns. 4-point game. Last week was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one. Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points in close range.
Booker with no one around. There's Mozgov. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And this one, a great way to score if your number isn't being called. Mozgov crashing the offensive glass.
Irving for three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
And it gets stops when they need it to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And it's not that you have to take chances, but you got to step up your effort and try to get disruptive. They never did. And on the road, that's a recipe for disaster.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Booker against Irving. Booker inside. The shot will not fall. A chance at a 2-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
And Irving gets it to go on the assist from Smart. 9 points for Kyrie Irving.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Suns trail by 3. 34 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Irving. Here's Baines. Here's Tice. Rebounded by Jackson. Down low. Kicks it out to Booker. Single three-pointer. Booker's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and hitting pretty good results.
Here's McCaw. Boston. No good that time either. Knocked away. It's stolen by Morris. It's all tied in Phoenix. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
2011, I came into a league where the proposition was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that every single year. There our young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. I think that now coming into the league, it's a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Hustling on that offensive glass. That's led to a number of second chance points.
Yeah, if your opponent fails to block out, you get yourself in great position. That was the story of the first quarter for them offensively.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Suns, Trevor Ariza out there with Jackson. Then it's Mozgov. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Daniels in at the 2-guard spot. The G League is testing out more ways to speed up the game. Shorter overtime periods, a 14-second shot clock after an offensive rebound. I think those are necessary things.
I think they're worth trying out, Kevin. I don't know necessarily they're necessary. Is that redundant?
No,
it might have
like
been.
It makes sense when you say it.
But the league always exploring ways to improve the game. And I commend Adam Silver and the competition committee for trying.
Now here's Ariza. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
A strong finisher around the rim. Ariza with the size to do some damage.
Here's Tice. Poke loose. And Baines kicks to Tice. Here's Smart. And it comes off the front of the rim.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
Knights checked in for the Suns. Then for the Celtics, Horford comes in for Aaron Baines. And it's Tatum in for Daniel Tice. Knight passes to Daniels. Knight against Smart. Knight finds Mozgov. Yep, that one goes in there.
The court awareness that time from Brandon Knight. He's a creative guard who has a good feel for when his guys are open.
To the right side. McCaw, the pass to Horford. Out to Morris from past the arc. That shot off. So Phoenix will take it the other way. They host the Clippers after this game. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand.
Shots, gentlemen.
Josh Jackson, an interesting prospect for the Phoenix Suns moving forward. A wing player, maybe doesn't quite have a position in the league, but I know his competitiveness certainly does. I remember watching him his first summer in Las Vegas and just staying in the game. It's hard to get guys who are drafted so high to take the summer league seriously. Josh Jackson takes every opportunity to compete that way.
No good on that one. And talking about the Jayhawk, Josh Jackson, took him a second to get acclimated. But once he figured it out in the NBA level, he started to become an impact player.
You wonder what the ceiling is for Josh Jackson. It's one thing to be competitive. Now he's trying to look for consistent production on a nightly basis. Steals, blocks, rebounds. That kind of activity will keep him on the floor for some minutes for any coach he plays for.
It's Warren with the ball for the Suns. Trailing by 2. And a fast break now. The Celtics. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And you know Tatum wants to make a statement anytime he can get all the way to the rim. The D's got to have to do a better job of keeping the body on it.
Here is Daniels. He covered by Brown. Knight taking his time here. And the call will be against Patrick McCaw. That'll be his second foul of the game. Chris, he's checked in for Jackson. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And now Chris. He's guarded by Williams. Inside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. T.J. Warren picks one up.
Just such a physical player. Williams has no off switch, which is how he gets these calls.
Boston shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And taking a look at numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Irving's checked in for the Celtics.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Here's Knight. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And Knight is solid at getting loose inside. He finds a way to score deep in the paint.
Here's Irving. Outside Williams. Tipped away. That's tipped.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Pass to Daniel. And it's blocked by Brown. Outside Tatum. And stolen by Ayton. Warren on the wing. Guarded by Tatum. And the shot by Warren, no good. Celtics leading by 3. Irving for 3. Hits it from three-point range.
Timeout.
Irving got 12 points in the game.
Now that pull-up shot right there, that ain't easy. And Kyrie, he made it look easy.
Phoenix calls timeout. There's so many good point guards in the league right now, Brent. Which of them do you think does the best job of running the pick and roll?
I think Chris Paul still heads up the top of my list for pick and roll operators. He's so devastating and has been for his entire career in the mid-range, just settling in at the free throw line and popping shots that seem effortless, and he's able to knock it down. Steph Curry still at the point guard position does so many unique things, Kevin, playing without basketball and setting screens away from the ball to open up teammates, which eventually gives him opportunities to shoot threes. So divergently different, those two, but two of my favorites to watch.
Well, no stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. That one on Ayton. The Celtics shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And the free throw, no good.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive. As relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
And keeping us hit from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. And Brown throws it down hard.
And right now, the game plan seems to be working.
It looks like this team has finally gotten into the club and found its rhythm, trying their best pull away.
Suns trail by 8. And their foul, it's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
Phoenix shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And the Suns making a change here. Booker's checked in. The Celtics also changing it up. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. And Daniel Tice subbed in for Williams. And that one's good, Irving. Irving's at the lead up to 8 now for Boston.
It feels like he's taking nothing but shots he knows he's going to knock down. Kyrie playing sharp here.
And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the field line for 2. And he makes the first.
Well, entering the league, Devin Booker really had some troubles on the defensive end. So as much as we talk about offensively, him trying to get better, on the defensive end, he needs to learn how to be in better positions.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Mozgov comes in 8, and Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Warren.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
47 seconds left now here in the second. And Booker kicks to Daniels. The teardrop falls in. Daniels got 6 points.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Tice passes to Smart. This at the Baines. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Moore kicks to Tice. 6 to shoot. Takes the 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And a terrific percentage here first half. You gotta love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I also like the adjustments that they've made. Each time they're defended a little bit differently. They seem to have the answer for it.
And so it's Boston in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Dead Smith. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 14 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, splashing to the basket, just shooting a high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, a more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, Ernie.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Phoenix?
They're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, on the cut, off the dribble, he a factor, and we saw that in the first half.
Coaches talk about having slashers on the team, and this is what they do. They get into the heart of the defense. They force difficult rotations. He's been tough to contain.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Irving at point with Brown to his side. There at the backcourt. Horford is there with Williams, and it's Tatum in at the 3.
And look at the focus. I mean, Tatum's not going to allow the defense to overwhelm him. Simply keeping his eyes on the bucket there and cashing in down low.
Here's Ayton. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
So I tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups, and I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
And a terrific bit of chaos there on the play, presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. On the wing, Booker. Pass to Chris. Rebound by Williams.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Here's Tatum. Got a piece of it, and they're able to recover. Here's Horford, and the dunk by Horford.
And you like to see that from Horford. He never gives up on the offensive glass, which allows him to get pretty easy looks like that one at the basket.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Back tonight, Irving with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Look at that jam.
No way.
Just beautiful.
Great to see Kyrie Irving getting after it on the defensive end, showing how quick those hands can be, not with the ball handling, but knocking the ball away.
Suns trail by 17. And the Suns call time.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Jackson, he's checked in Phoenix.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Jason Tatum. first in shooting percentage, first in three-point shooting, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And you're right, he's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage.
Jackson using his size well right there, seeing over and scoring over defense.
Irving dishes to Brown, kicks to Tatum, and stolen by Knight. They're running. And good that time. Knight's got 6.
And a terrific use of the floor. Unguardable, really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Jackson against Williams. And here's Tatum for 3. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Well, the defense looking at him like a Rubik's Cube. They not figure him out. He continues to light them up from the field. More importantly, they're winning.
Now here's Jackson. 7 points in the game. Outside Knight. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half play. Here's Warren.
Kyrie Moore wants to take pride on the defensive end, so encouraging to see him out there with a hand up on that one.
That one drops for him. 8 points for him.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score or just ball movement.
At the elbow, it's Warren. For Tatum, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Give Warren a blanket right now. That's his comfort zone. He's still up there.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. You know, T.J. Warren, great score. However, many of those buckets he puts in do not include, Brent, the 3-ball.
No, he's playing the mid-range game. Once he gets to certain spots in the mid-range and gets his feet set, he's going to end up scoring 2 points. So off-balance runners, he gets fouled. Just really has a nose for scoring the ball.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for T.J. Warren, and then for Boston. Marcus Morris comes in for Williams, and Smart subbed in for Brown. Back Morris, nice ball movement by Boston, and a dunk by Horford.
Watch out, Horford gets the ball that close to the basket. You know he can throw that one down.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Booker against Smart. Tries it from the top of the key. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 9.
The mindset right now is pretty strong. Superb at staying aggressive, but right now stringing some plays together.
And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Phoenix. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Houston Rockets.
And for that game against the Kings, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Mozgov, he's checked in for the Suns. And so Knight will bring it up for Phoenix. It's an 18-point game. That's good from Booker on the assist by Knight. He's at 12.
And his teammates have to step up just a little bit more. He's been lights out. Needs a bit more support.
Mozgov with the block.
And the size and length of Mozgov, a big factor. Hard to convert when he's there. They are just killing him on the interior.
Phoenix has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And it goes up bounds. Last touch by Irving. Let's take a moment now to check out the top scorers around the league. 4th, Devin Booker.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
Now here's Ariza. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. From about 16, another one falls for Phoenix.
Knight's capable of hitting the mid-range shot. Defense has got to do a little bit better job of recognizing he's in that area.
Irving finds Morris. Smart with the ball. In the corner, Tatum with it. Good, and Smart gets the assist. 14 points for Jason Tatum.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Knight into the lane.
Yeah, you don't want Knight to get a lane to the rim. He knows how to make the defense foul him, especially if he's on the drive.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And that one falls for Knight. Marquise Chris, he's checked in for Jackson. Then for the Celtics, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Marcus Smart. And McCaw is subbed in Irving. Celtics leading by 16. Here's Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, and when Tatum is scoring this efficiently, it can almost be like an avalanche. He can completely overwhelm defenses with his versatility offensively.
For Phoenix, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Knight passes to Chris. Boston foul call. The Suns have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. Shooting for Phoenix. And that one falls for Knight.
Well, Knight as a decisive guard can be much better than he's out there thinking through plays.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
McCaw kicks to Horford. Passes it to McCaw. He does it to Tatum. In the corner, it's Morris. 20 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. The offensive rebound, Chris. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Chris has got 5 points so far. Now the pass to Baines. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Mozgov. With 1 on the clock, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Boston, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We come back right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter. Stranger things have happened. Ariza and Chris are small and power forwards. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's Mozgov, and it's Daniels, and at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Smart passes to Brown. And Baines kicks to Tice. Deflects the pass. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The first one falls. And the Suns making a change here. Warren's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Williams is checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Looking around. Here's Warren. And too long on the shot.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Puts up a three. And again, it's the Sun missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual ability.
Hooker finding the open man that time, trying to get his teammates going.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It goes on Devin Booker. That one is off. Players are talking about the new sports science. Better sleep, recovery after lifting, playing, traveling, whatever it is. They say it's making a difference. What do you think?
I think it only makes a difference if the guys put it into practice, Kevin. Like, as much information as they can hand out in a team meeting and sort of give you directives about how it is you should rest and when it is you can get your sleep, players won't see the benefits unless they're as disciplined as they are with trying to get better in the offseason as they are with making sure that they get proper rest to be at their athletic best for competition.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, well, look, here's what Brad Simmons went over with his guys during the break. He told them, put your foot on their neck. Take it to them. I want to see you guys slow it down there, use the clock, and stay away from silly fouls. Let's see if they can execute the plan, guys.
Here's Williams. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Irving misses. Guys, their comeback bid had better get started.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one. Hey, guys, at this point, just a side note, they've got this one sewn up. He's probably headed to the bench one way or the other.
The Celtics making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. Now, here's Ayton. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go.
You got to keep pace with Williams in transit. He's so good at just outworking everybody on the floor.
That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. And now a look at Boston's upcoming schedule. They'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors.
In that matchup against the Bucks, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
Now here's Smart. And he lays it straight in. And the Celtics lead by 15.
How about that floor awareness there from Tatum? It does a good job of scanning the court and getting the ball to the open man.
That's tipped. Stolen by Smart. Here's Tatum. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 4th assist in this one.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
Well, there's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
Now here's Ayton. From down in the low post, it goes.
You got to give Ayton credit. This guy is solid at keeping his balance even with the contact.
Smart kick to Williams. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got 4 rebounds in this game. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Suns call time. And 6'10" forward Marquise Chris, the 8th overall pick in 2016 out of the University of Washington.
And you know, Kevin, it was almost like he took a step back in year 2. Guy's an athletic pogo stick, but you're going to need more than just size and leaping ability if you want to succeed in this league.
Ayton, the pass to Warren. Brown against Knight. That's good. Booker on the assist by Knight. Knight's got 6 assists here tonight. Brown, and finished off by Brown.
And just awesome speed for Brown, blasting off towards the bucket and slamming it down.
.156 left to play in the final quarter. Knight against Brown. Pass to Warren. Now here's Ayton. Guarded. Can't hit from 12.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away.
Now here's Smart. Brown kicks to Tatum. Here's Horford. It's deflected.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Celtics.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And I think, guys, we sort of expected a win here in a season already with 66 wins. Tonight's win will notch that up one more to 67. A very dominating presence they seem to have nearly every time they come out on the floor.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
And, guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Kyrie Irving.
He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
And Phoenix making a change here. Ariza's chipped in. A nice shot by Booker.
I think Booker's motivated tonight here, starting to play very aggressively. I want to see him more in there on the offensive glass.
Here's Williams. Back to Smart. He kicks it to Brown. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
Run up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. A nice shot by Booker.
And finally hitting their stride. This is the run they needed earlier.
Well, easier to do once the game is on ice, as your opponent sometimes has a tendency to relax.
And the first one drops. That one is no good.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
Free for good, Booker.
Oh, there's no doubt that Devin Booker possesses a lot of great talent. The question around the league is, when the team becomes competitive that he's playing with, can he consistently carry the load on his shoulders?
Both free throws good from Booker. Here's McCall. From outside the arc, misses.
Good show of strength and confidence from Devin Booker that time. I like to see him active on the defensive end.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Kyrie, big numbers for you tonight, and I always wonder what it's like to be in a zone like that offensively.
Feels amazing. You know, more importantly, we got the win, and I couldn't have done it without my teammates. They did a heck of a job of competing every single minute of this game. Everybody's effort from our bench. You know, it took a 15-man effort, and I'm glad we got the win.
15 men, but one man was the difference. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.